your midline today. You are gonna do 3 to 4 rounds. So either 3 rounds or 4 rounds if you want that little extra challenge of all 4 of these movements. You're gonna do 30 seconds of work and 30 seconds of rest. So that 30 seconds of rest means you're gonna get a nice long chunk of time before going into the next movement. So you're gonna kick it off with a high plank. A high plank just means that my arms are fully locked out. I am not on my forearms. So the high plank, hands right underneath my shoulders, and my back is gonna be flat. Okay, I've got my core squeezed, my back is flat. I am not doing this or hiking into the air with my butt high. All right, I'm trying to keep my back as flat as long as possible. If I can't hold this for 30 seconds, then in that high plank, you can drop to your knees. Notice how my back did not change angles. So I went from here to here, not here, down to here, all right? So that high plank, and in all your planks, try to keep the back nice and flat. After your 30 seconds of work, 30 seconds of rest in that high plank, you're then gonna repeat that time scheme for a low plank. Low plank just means you're gonna be on those forearms, right? Like so. So my forearm width, if you can see this here, is gonna be shoulder width, right? Like so. You can go hands on the ground. I like to keep my hands nice and straight like so. So I'm gonna be here on my feet with my back flat. And if this is too hard for that 30 seconds, I can drop to my knees, just like in the high plank. Now after your rest period, you're gonna go into that right side plank. Your right side plank can be a high plank or a low plank, whatever you want. So I'm gonna take my right arm. I'm gonna start by lying on my side. I like to have my feet nice and stacked for this, not right like here. So nice and stacked, legs are locked out. I like to do this on my low plank to start. So I'm gonna start in this low plank position or on my forearm. My other hand's gonna be on my hip, and I'm going to hold that plank. All that weight, my shoulder is right on top of my elbow, so I've got a nice support structure there, and my hand's just hanging out, and I'm trying to squeeze that right side oblique as much as I can to maintain this position. This is the low plank on your right side. If you want to make this a high plank, hand right under the shoulder. Here's your right side plank with a high style. After your 30-second rest period, you're gonna do the same, but on your left side. Again, feet are stacked. I'm gonna start on my forearm, so that low style here, squeezing that left oblique, right hand's on my hips. If I wanna do the high style, totally personal preference, it's gonna be right like so. Hand right underneath my shoulder. And that is your midline for today. High plank, low plank, right side plank, left side plank, 30 seconds of work, 30 seconds of rest, 3 to 4 rounds. Have fun.